Yo, what's up, fam? You think plants are boring? Nah, bro. Some of these bad boys straight up eat animals alive. And I'm not talking bugs, snakes, mice, even monkeys. Stick around, because this is Mother Nature's real-life horror show. Before we jump in, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our wild nature content. Trust me, you're gonna want to see what comes next. Millions of years ago, normal plants were just chilling, making their own food from sunlight. But some of these sneaky green mofos, they evolved into carnivorous monsters. Yup, plants that actually trap and eat living creatures. Here's the crazy part. These plants didn't evolve to be savage for fun. They grew in nutrient-poor soil where nitrogen was basically non-existent. So what did they do? They adapted. They turned into hunters. They found their nutrients in flesh instead of dirt. Even Darwin, the evolution dude, called this the carnival syndrome. He was absolutely shook when he discovered that plants could actually move and trap prey. He spent years studying them because it blew his mind that something without a brain could hunt. And today, we're diving into the top 7 deadliest plants on the planet. Snakes, spiders, mice, monkeys, you name it, they're all on the menu. Let's get into it! First up, the tropical pitcher plant. These guys are monsters. One of the biggest carnivorous plants in the world. Sometimes called the monkey cup because monkeys have been spotted drinking water from it. Cute? Yeah, until a little monkey slips inside. And boom, it's toast. These plants can grow over 3 feet tall, and the pitcher itself can hold up to 4 liters of digestive fluid. That's like a gallon of death soup just waiting for victims. Frogs, snakes, insects, even rats. They all get trapped. The walls are slick as ice, coated with a waxy substance that makes it impossible to climb out. The liquid inside? Digestive AF. It's packed with enzymes that break down protein, basically turning prey into plant smoothies. And it takes weeks to fully digest larger animals. Imagine being slowly dissolved alive for weeks. These plants also have a secret weapon, aka natural lure that makes prey literally walk into its mouth. Like they're signing their own death warrant. The rim of the pitcher produces sweet nectar that drives insects wild. They land, take a sip, slip on the waxy surface, and fall straight into the abyss. But here's where it gets even crazier. Scientists discovered that some pitcher plants have a symbiotic relationship with bats. The bats sleep inside the pitcher, safe from predators, and in return, they poop. The plant absorbs the nutrients from bat droppings. It's literally using bats as roommates who pay rent in feces. Nature is wild. Fun fact, some monkeys actually use it like a cup for water. But the bigger monkeys have to be careful, 'cause if they slip, yeah, RIP. There's even been cases of small rodents drowning in these things and just becoming plant food. Mother Nature invented horror long before Hollywood, fam. Next, the cobra burp plant, also known as the sundew. Straight up ninja vibes. This guy's digestive system is lined with tentacle-like hairs. Shiny liquid drops glimmer on them like candy. Bugs see the glitter, come over thinking it's water or nectar, stick like glue, and slowly get digested alive. It's like a horror movie in plant form. Once the bug is stuck, those tentacles slowly move around it. Yeah, the plant moves, wrapping the victim up like a green burrito. Then it secretes digestive enzymes and starts extracting nutrients while the victim is still alive. The whole process can take days. What makes this even more terrifying? The plant can sense the difference between a bug and random debris. If a leaf falls on it, the tentacles don't react. But the second a fly lands, game over. It's like the plant has a brain, but it doesn't. It's pure chemical reaction and evolution. And there are over 200 species of sundews worldwide, from tiny ones the size of a penny to massive ones that can trap small frogs. They grow everywhere from Australia to Alaska, proving that carnivorous plants aren't just tropical nightmares, they're global. Nature doesn't mess around, bro. Butterworts are sneaky AF. Their flowers pop in bright neon colors: white, pink, yellow, purple, basically an insect nightclub. But here's the catch. Their leaves are sticky as glue. Bugs land, try to fly off. Nope, trapped. Slowly digested alive. The stickiness comes from glands on the leaves that produce mucus. Yeah, plant mucus. Sounds gross because it is. Once the bug is stuck, the leaf edges slowly curl inward, wrapping around the prey like a soft taco of doom. Some people call them the flowering assassins of the plant world. They might look pretty, but they're hiding a deadly secret. What's wild is that butterworts are also used in traditional cheese making in some cultures. They contain enzymes that curdle milk. So yeah, the same plant that digests bugs can help make cheese. Multitasking queen. And here's a kicker. Some butterworts can survive without eating bugs at all if they're in nutrient-rich soil. But if the soil sucks, they flip the switch and go full predator mode. It's like they have a survival setting that says peaceful herbivore or deadly carnivore. You decide environment. This one's for the water squad, the water wheel plant. Found in ponds and lakes across Europe, Africa, Asia, and Australia, it's basically a spinning death trap underwater. This plant is free-floating, meaning it doesn't even need roots. It just drifts around like an underwater assassin, waiting for prey. Tiny trigger hairs sense prey. Mosquito larvae, water fleas, little fish. You name it. Snap! Caught before they even know what hit them. The traps close in less than 20 milliseconds. That's faster than you can blink. Literally. And just like the Venus Flytrap, it needs multiple triggers to avoid wasting energy on false alarms. But once it snaps shut, that's it. The prey is sealed inside and digested over several days. It's rare, and seeing it in action is wild AF. Conservationists are actually working to protect it because habitat destruction is wiping these guys out. This plant proves aquatic life is not all chill vibes. There's a killer wheel spinning under the surface waiting to strike. Fun fact, it's related to the Venus Flytrap, and they share a common ancestor. So basically, one side of the family stayed on land, and the other said, "Nah, we're going underwater to hunt." Evolution is crazy. Next up, the Cobra Lily. Named for its hood that looks like a cobra ready to strike, this plant is native to cold, boggy areas in Northern California and Oregon. Inside the tubular hood, nectar attracts insects like candy in a Halloween bucket. But here's the genius part. The plant has translucent windows in the hood that confuse insects. Once they fly inside chasing the nectar, they see the fake windows and think they're exits. They keep flying toward the light, but it's a trap. Eventually, they get exhausted and fall down into the digestive tube below. Once inside, no way out, bro. The tubular structure is a one-way ticket to doom. Downward-pointing hairs line the inside, making it impossible to climb back up. The insects get trapped, slowly digested by bacteria living in the tube. The plant doesn't even produce its own enzymes. It outsources digestion to bacteria like a boss and never make it out. What's even crazier? The Cobra Lily doesn't like warm water. If the temperature gets too high, it dies. So it grows in areas with cold mountain streams, sometimes in places where snow is still melting nearby. It's basically a plant that thrives in harsh, icy environments and still manages to be a savage predator. Nature really went full-on horror mode with this one. This plant is straight up insane. Touch it, and it snaps in 15 milliseconds, faster than your eyelids blink. That's one of the fastest movements in the entire plant kingdom. Bugs? Gone. The trigger slams pollen onto the insect so hard, it's basically a floral sucker punch. Now here's the twist. The trigger plant isn't a full carnivore. But don't get cocky. These plants need an hour to reset before snapping again. They're called proto-carnivores, meaning they kill bugs but don't absorb them fully. Some scientists think they're on the evolutionary path to becoming true carnivores. Like, they're just a few million years away from going full savage mode. The snap mechanism is powered by hydraulic pressure, water rushing into cells at lightning speed. It's like the plant has a built-in hydraulic catapult system. Engineers are actually studying this movement to design faster robotics. And there are over 300 species of trigger plants, mostly in Australia. Some have flowers that look like tiny dragons or aliens. Nature really got creative with this one. Just imagining this trap snapping shut is enough to make you sweat. Could you imagine if these things were human-sized? Yeah, nightmare fuel. And finally, the king of carnivorous plants, the Venus Flytrap. Super famous. You've probably seen it in movies, video games, or memes. But do you really know how terrifyingly smart this thing is? Here's how it works. Tiny hairs inside the trap sense movement. One touch? The plant's like, maybe. 2 touches within 20 seconds? Snap. Locked. That bug is stuck for life. This 2-touch system prevents the plant from wasting energy on false alarms, like raindrops or leaves. But wait, it gets smarter. After snapping shut, the plant does a quality check. If there's no continued movement or chemical signals from prey, it reopens within 24 hours. But if it detects a real bug, it seals airtight and starts flooding the chamber with digestive enzymes. This plant can digest prey for up to 10 days. Ants, spiders, beetles, even tiny mice. Nothing escapes. The enzymes break down proteins, fats, everything. By the time it's done, all that's left is an empty exoskeleton husk. The trap reopens, the wind blows the leftovers away, and boom, it's ready to hunt again. But here's the kicker. Each trap can only close about 4 to 7 times in its entire life before it dies. So the plant has to be smart about when to snap. It's literally making life or death decisions with every trigger. No brain, just pure chemical intelligence. People even keep them at home to catch flies. But don't underestimate them. They're basically a miniature green predator hiding in plain sight. And if you're thinking of getting one as a pet, remember, you can't just feed it hamburger meat. It needs live prey, because the movement is what triggers digestion. Dead food just rots inside and kills the plant. Also wild. Venus flytraps only grow naturally in a tiny region of North and South Carolina in the U.S. Nowhere else on Earth. They're so rare that poaching them from the wild is a felony. That's right, stealing a plant can land you in jail. Yo, if you thought plants were boring, think again. These green monsters are proof that nature is straight up savage. Which plant freaked you out the most? Drop a comment below. Hit that like button, smash subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our wildest nature content. And if you want to see even crazier stuff, like the deadliest animals in the ocean or the most venomous creatures on Earth, let me know in the comments, and I'll make it happen. I promise. Next video is even crazier. Peace out, fam!